Hi, this is Murray from Second Time Tech, and I want to talk about Spectre and Meltdown. My problem is I don't know exactly what to say. I've been trying to do this video, but I'm very adamant about being safe on the internet, and Spectre and Meltdown don't allow you to be in many, many ways. So, therefore, I'm not impartial because I believe that it is a very bad thing to be 100% susceptible to Spectra and Meltdown. I wrote some notes down, and the reason why was because I was saying the same things over and over again. And it's not much fun listening to me saying the same things over and over again because that's just me rambling. So, here we go. I'm not hearing anything on YouTube about it. I checked, I think, about the first 25 to 30 videos that came up whenever I searched for Spectre and Meltdown, and every one of them said a year old. That is not good. Did we forget? Old news? Don't want to talk about it. Think that the problem went away. Just food for thought. Are they still working on it? Yes. I went on Google and I typed in Spectre and Meltdown and it came up and everything was from a year ago or from 6 months ago or 3 months ago. Didn't like that, so I put 2019 at the end of it, and then it came up and said in January they were talking about this, and then they were talking about this, and they were talking about that, and they're doing this and they're doing that. So yes, they are still working on it, and yes, it's still around, and yes, they are going to find more problems with Spectra. That is what they're saying. Now, what Intel did a year ago is everybody that's been around here a year ago knows that they said, oh, wow, we'll have to fix that. Then a month to 6 weeks later, they came and said, well, since we're the hardest hit, what we'll do is we will not give you any updates, but what we're going to do for you is we're going to go to Windows and get them to do some stuff and do their updates through Windows. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go to the motherboard manufacturers and give them some source code. And then whenever they do the BIOS updates, then we will get them to do it that way. Well, they have to get them to agree to do it. I mean, the motherboard manufacturers don't have to, don't want to. I suppose if they want to keep doing Intel parts, I suppose they do. They pressured them. But why the heck didn't Intel do the upgrades? I don't care if they had to make a separate system in order to do it. To do the upgrades to the CPU, or for them to update the BIOS on 500 different cards, motherboards. Sorry, excuse me. I don't care. It's their problem. They should be responsible to fix it. They were the hardest hit. AMD was hit a bit too with it. They did the same thing Intel did. They did their updates through Windows, and they did their updates through the motherboard manufacturers. They did Ryzen. As far as I know, they didn't do anything with the FX series, but I don't know if the FX series was affected. I don't remember. and I don't know. So I can't say anything about that, but Ryzen was affected somewhat, and they did the same thing, but they were nowhere near hit as hard as Intel was. Now, my channel. If you've watched my videos, hopefully some of you have, you will notice I don't talk about Intel that much. And the reason why I don't talk about Intel that much is because of what I said just before this. I don't trust Intel right now. Especially the older stuff. I had a 3rd generation i7 in my Dell laptop. And it was a nice laptop. I really liked it. Had it for 5 years. I'd still have it to this day. Except Dell wasn't going to give any updates for Spectra and Meltdown, and Intel wasn't going to give me any. So therefore, I sold it. I got rid of it. I didn't trust it. Since I don't trust it, I don't talk about it on my channel. Because if somebody is doing a build of what I'm suggesting, I want to trust it. So therefore, I won't do it for Intel until I feel like I can trust them. I'm just lucky Ryzen's around. Next thing is the newer people that are coming on YouTube to build their systems. Sure, tell them to build a Intel computer. I don't think it's a bad thing, because I know they're doing updates. I know they're still working on them, but they should be told about Spectre and Meltdown whenever they're building them. And remind people, the older people that build, and I don't mean older in age, I mean older in experience, that build computers. They may have forgotten about Spectre and Meltdown because there's so much talk about Intel and how this goes this fast and how that goes that fast compared to AMD and all this sort of stuff and whatnot, and how fast this can go and how that. But there's no talk about Spectre and Meltdown anymore. 2019 could be a bad year. Remind them. Now the hardest one to talk about, because a lot of people talk about this. Building gaming computers with old, used parts. You want a fast gaming system? Use an Intel chip. Use an Intel chip that will never see an update, or firmware or software wise, that will help you with Spectre and Meltdown. I don't know what else to say. I would never do it. Personally. That is me saying that I wouldn't do it. Other people want to do it, fine. But please tell them about Spectra and Meltdown. I don't understand. Have we forgotten? Do we think it's over? Do we think Intel and AMD have done enough that we don't have to worry about it anymore? If that is true, why are they still working on it? Why are they still doing updates? Why are they saying 2019 might be a very bad year for Spectra? Like the video? Thumbs up. Don't like the video? Thumbs down. I wish everybody a wonderful 2019 and hope that nothing serious affects your cyber life. Thank you for watching and listening. Bye.